In this part, we'll start building the calculator and we'll not focus on the design at present, but in the later videos, we'll definitely do it. Open the Notepad++ and I recommend you to change these settings as I show you. So go to the settings and click on preferences. And in preferences, just go to auto completion and put checkmark on all of these. And also just select this option function and vote completion. Make sure your settings are similar to mine and then hit the close button. So once you're done, I would recommend you to save the file first. So what I'm doing is I'll just go into the file. I'll click on save as. You can do it from here as well, but I'll just do it from here. File, save as. And then I'm selecting the desktop and I'll save this file as calculator. I'll just put calc here. And I'm saving it as .html. So once you have saved it, you can see the calc here. Just double click to open it. Now I would align this on the right and this on the left, and you can align however you like. I'm just aligning it to my taste and I'll just pull it this way. I'll reduce it. Now I'm ready to work. So first, let's start with the basic HTML structure. So I'll just open the HTML tag and it auto closes it because of our settings. And then I'll just hit a tab here. It's not necessary or compulsory to put the spaces here, but I like to do it. So you can also prefer it because it looks the best, but it's up to you. So I'll just put the head here, head tag. Okay. And again, let's go and get the body tag here. So the basic HTML structure is ready, and in this later on we'll be adding some style tag so that we can work with CSS, and script tag so that we can work with JavaScript as well. So first I would like to create a div in which we'll start working. Till now we have created the basic HTML structure, so nothing is visible here, nothing to worry, and we haven't saved it and reloaded it. Even though I save it, reload it, you will not be able to see anything because there is nothing created yet. So I'll just create the div. And I'll put an ID to the div. For example, ID equals to, you can name it anything. I'm just putting it main. So we'll use it later while applying CSS. So just create the form tag in it. You need to create form tag. So okay, we have created the form tag. So here we start building calculator actually. Now just hit spacebar in the first form tag and give a name. So that's an attribute to the form tag so that we can call it later. So you can name it anything. I'm just putting the name as F for the form, and then we'll start building our text box and the buttons which are required for calculator. So first I'll start with the input tag, input, and then I'll hit the spacebar and give other attributes such as type. So this is essential, type is essential now. So input type, I'm putting text here, and then I'll give a name as well. Name equals to, you can name it anything. I'm very bad at naming, so I'm just putting whatever is coming into my mind. So I'll just put it DDD. Okay. I know it's not that good, but I hope you understand. So I'll just close this tag and I'll just hit the save button and reload it here. Now you can see that the text box has appeared. So what have I done so far? I have just created an HTML structure with the HTML, head and body. Inside of body tag, I have created a div, and inside of this div tag we are having a form tag in which we'll be adding some buttons and this text box. I have named this form as the page may contain many forms so that I can call the specific one. So here is the name that I assigned. It's F. You can name it whatever you like. And here I have created an input tag for the text box. So the simple difference is, if you place the type equals to text, it gives you a text box, or if you change the type equals to button, it gives you a button. That's it. And I have assigned the name for this text box as well. So if I want to call this text box now, I would call something like this. Its parent form tag is F and the name of the text box is DDD. So I would call it f.ddd. So the name of this text box now is f.ddd. So now let's proceed further and create the buttons. So I'll just again open input tag, and this time I would just put the type equal to button instead of text, and I'll just close it, hit the save button, and now reload it. Now you can see a button has appeared, but you see a problem there. This button doesn't have any value on it, so we'll add an value. So we'll give a space bar here and add another attribute called value. So I'll just assign value equals to, now you can type whatever should appear on this button here. So I want number 1 to appear on that button, so I'll just put 1. And now I'll again save it and reload it. You can see that the 1 has appeared, right? But in calculator model, I need this button below this text box. So what I'll do is, after the text box has completed, I will put another tag called BR, which means break. So it'll just break and put it in next line. So I'll just save it and reload it. Now you can see that it has come on to the second line, right? And when I click this button, there is nothing happening, right? So when I click this button, I want 1 to appear here. So I'll just put another attribute which is called onClick equal to inverted commas. So what should happen? When I click this button, the value of this text box should contain number 1. So how to do that? What is the name of this text box? Actually it's DDD, but it's in the form F, so I would call it f.ddd. So here f.ddd dot value means the value of the text box equals to 1. So what happens is, now you will see another problem here. I'll just reload it. Once I click this button, here it gives me 1. But what if I need another one? I'll just click on this button again and you can see nothing appears there. So that's another problem. So how can we fix that problem? It's by just simply putting, instead of equal to, we need to put plus or equal to. So what it does, it just keeps adding that number. So I forgot to reload, so reload it and just see you can. So the basic structure is ready here with the one button. Now I need to just copy paste it. So I'll just select this thing, copy, and I'll just go paste, paste and paste. So I just created 4 buttons here, and now I'll take a break here one more time. Don't worry about those ones and all, we'll fix that. So I'll just put BR again. So it will create a break here for the next line. Now what I can do is I can copy the whole 4 buttons at once for the next line, including this break. So I'll just copy it and paste it at the bottom. Once again I'll paste it, and once again I'll paste it. So now see, you can see the 4 sets of 4 buttons. I'll just save it, and now you can see the same thing here, right? All are ones at present, don't worry about that. So in value, whatever you give will be appearing on this button, but here whatever you give will be in this box on click of that thing. So for example, I'll just make it 2, Ctrl S, and I'll just reload it. So see, you can see that 2 here, but when I click here, you can see 1 because here it's 1. So let's change it to 2. Now again I'll save it and reload it. Now if I click on 2, you see 2. If I click on 1, you can see 1 there. So like that. So I need to change all this. I'll just put 3 here, and here instead of 4, I would like to just place plus button here. So I'll just put plus, and after that I need 4, 5, 6. So I'll just put 4, 5, 6, and then I'll go for a minus, and then again 7, 8, 9 here, and then I'll go for a division. Again let's come here and I'll put a C here, and again here I'll put a 0, here an equal to, and at last I would put into symbol. So actually into symbol is this one, star symbol, but as only this would appear on the button, I would like to use X here, and in value I would give that into symbol. Okay, so let's save it first and reload it. Now you can see everything here. So see 1, 2, 3 plus, and you can see 1, 2, 3 plus, 4, 5, 6 minus, and you can see 4, 5, 6 minus. In the similar way, remaining two rows also are appearing here, right? But we need to change the values actually. See, if I hit 7 or 8 as well, I'm getting 1 there. So here 1, 2, and then I'll change this to 3. And here what I need to do is I'll change this temporarily in this video, for this video's sake, as plus, but it should be in single quotes, so I'll put it in single quotes. And then we'll go for the remaining ones, 4, 5, 6, and again here it's minus, so I'm just putting it in single quotes minus here. And after that again 7, 8, 9, and again division, so I'll just put it in single quotes, so I'll just add division here. And after that C. For C we need to change it actually, so I'm just temporarily leaving and proceeding towards 0, so I'll just put 0 here. And after that for equal to also we need to change something, so let's leave and proceed towards the X here, means multiplication, so I'll just erase that, put single quotes, and then here I'll put star symbol instead of X symbol. So I should not be using X here. Star symbol would work as multiplication actually. So why have I placed X here? I have placed X here so that it looks like multiplication symbol, but actually when you click that, this would be used as a multiplication symbol. So let's save it and reload it. You can check 6, 9, 8, 5, or divide, minus, plus, something like that, multiplication. You can see when I click on this X, I'll increase a little bit zoom here from the page, so I'll just put plus 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 so that you can see it easily, right? So whatever I click, it appears here. So till here it's done, but it's not yet completed. So what I need to do now, plus is done, minus is done, and now coming to the C. So when I click on C, I want everything to be cleared instead of something appearing here like this, right? So what can be done is simply, first of all, remove that plus equal to and put only equal to, and then remove this 1. Instead of this 1, I would just put single quotes, empty single quotes, and it's done, nothing else to be done here. So I'll just reload it once. So I have typed all this, and now when I click on C, it's cleared, right? And after that, coming to the equal to sign here, I need to again erase this plus equal to and erase this 1, and instead I would write eval, and in brackets I would write again f dot triple d dot value, which is nothing but the whole thing. You could have copy pasted it from here inside of this eval function. So let's save it once and check it out. So 2 minus 3 equals to minus 1. So it's working fine. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. So you can see that the basic functionality of this calculator is over. But here there are some problems which need to be fixed, which we'll see in the next upcoming video. But let's discuss what are those problems. So for instance, if I click on 1 and if I hit plus and if I do 3, it definitely will work and give me an answer of 4. But what if I click on 1 and hit plus twice or thrice, then if I click on 3, it gives me nothing. So plus should appear only once. Why is it appearing these many number of times? And one more thing. So if I click on 1, if I click on plus, now when I click on minus, if I change my mind that I don't want plus and I want to do a minus, this plus should disappear and minus should appear actually, right? But this doesn't happen. So I clicked 1 here, I'll click on plus and then I'll click on minus, see what's happening. And now if I go on clicking, it comes on, and if I click equal to, I would get nothing. So we need to fix these problems. And one more small feature that we need, that is 0 should appear here by default as a placeholder. So we'll add all those things in the upcoming next video. Until then, thank you. Please watch the next one.